Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we are talking about proofreading. Proofreading, well, what does that mean and why is it important? So this is just a short introductory video. There'll be two videos on proofreading. This is number one. So what is proofreading, first of all? Reading your written work again to check for errors. So that's really, it's very simple. You complete a work or for an assignment or an assessment. You finish it, you think, yeah, I'm done. Read it again to check for errors. Why do we proofread? Well, let's look at this here. I didn't proofread it, did I? So read your written work again to check for errors. That's why. It's easy to make these small mistakes, especially if we're moving quickly. And again, that's the error here. I forgot the or. So just a couple of reasons. Internet writing gives us bad habits. So internet writing, what I really mean by that is texts, forums, social media. Because we are usually in a hurry, we're rushing, it's a quick form of communication. Really, usually it's not, if we're texting, if we're on WhatsApp, if we're on Instagram, Facebook, any kind of social media or forums online, we often don't write correctly, we don't use full punctuation, and nobody cares really. Generally, if you make mistakes, it's not a big deal. You're just trying to get your message across. But when you're writing for writing in academic writing or business writing or sending emails, you need to avoid those mistakes. We get into bad habits and it's difficult to shake them. So why proofread? Well, to get into good habits. So to get out of our bad habits that we fall into when we're sending texts or we're posting on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. And really, why do you want to get into good habits? Well, if you're working in business, education, or a trade, you want to appear professional. And if you're misspelling things and if you're regularly making mistakes in emails or in contracts or invoices or anything like that, it looks bad. So you want to appear professional, and appearing professional means avoiding spelling mistakes and simple punctuation mistakes and anything that makes your writing look unprofessional. So how do we proofread? Well, use Word. So you type in Word, Word tells you. Now let's go back here again. That's another deliberate mistake. So how to proofread. Here we have a little red line. You can see the little red line under proofread. It's telling me I made a mistake. I need to go back and I need to fix it. So let's see. Word gives me some options. And there it has it there. Proofread. Fixed it. So Word can fix it for you. It can tell you what's wrong. It can fix it. It doesn't fix everything, but it can give you an idea. The red line. So that's just to repeat. There's the red line. Number two, read what you've written aloud. If you can, if you're somewhere where you can read aloud, read it aloud. And you will catch a lot of your errors. It is important to manage change carefully to ensure smooth transition to new procedures. Okay, that sounds okay, but something wrong there, isn't there? To manage change carefully to ensure smooth transition. To ensure smooth transition, yeah. So when you read it aloud, you can often hear your mistake. It's much more effective than just reading it on the screen. You can actually, when you read it in your own voice, you can hear that there's something missing or something wrong, and it helps you to fix it. Number three, read silently and slowly. That's if you're somewhere where you can't, maybe you're in an exam, you can't read it out loud. So let's just try and read it silently, but slowly. Okay, so we have a red line here that's telling us this, but if we read it slowly, we are confident that the severuses, what's a severus? So we can see that this is wrong, even if we don't have the red line. If we read it slowly, we can get services. That's the mistake we made. So let's look at some examples. We sell only the best quality products. This is a small thing, but it looks bad. What's the problem here? We got 2 capitals in we, no need for that. We cell. What's the problem here? Let's have a look. So let's read it slowly and out loud. In O'Hara's Building Suppliers, we are ready, willing, and able to help you in any way we can. So it looks okay, but we have a list of things here, ready, willing, and able. When we have a list, what do we need? Between the first and the second one, we need to pause. Especially if it's at the end of a line, we might miss the comma. Ready, willing, and able. It's not a huge mistake, but it doesn't look good. Our commitment to quality is absolute, and we will not compromise on price or value. So what's the problem here? This person is just randomly putting in capitals, maybe capital C's. And this is something you see a lot. You see a lot again on the internet, and you see it in academic writing. Capitals are for proper nouns, beginnings of sentences, not for just random words. So that's an example of some examples of errors you could catch and ways of proofreading and the reasons for proofreading. And so that's our video for today. Thanks for watching, and look out for Proofreading 2, the second video on proofreading.